14th of May 2006, Hungary hosted an Intangible Cultural Heritage European expert meeting at the Hungarian Opan Museum, where experts of intangible cultural heritage from 15 countries convened to share models, practices and experiences with each other and foster international cooperation. Secretary of the ICH Convention 2003 of UNESCO, Dr. Tim Curtis, was also present among the guests. The focus of the meeting, which was organized by the Department of ICH of the Hungarian Opan Museum and the Hungarian National Commission for UNESCO, was methodologies for creating and maintaining national inventories of intangible cultural heritage elements. The meeting provided an excellent opportunity to learn about the national elements in state parties to the 2003 UNESCO Convention and to foster future cooperation by way of joint programs, events and research projects. Participants emphasized the necessity of active and regular dialogue between intangible cultural heritage experts, institutions, as well as communities, groups and individuals concerned. The meeting was completed with the opening ceremony of the 6th Whitsun Heritage Festival at the Hungarian Opan Museum, where experts met with representatives of the communities included in the Hungarian National Inventory. In the course of the next 2 days, they also familiarized themselves with the Hungarian practice of presenting intangible cultural heritage communities to the public.
Mr. Secretary of the Convention, Dr. Tim Curtis, I'm really glad to have you in Szentendre, in Hungary.
Pleasure to be here, thank you.
And it's a great honor for us that you came and participated in the conference. Tell us, from your point of view, from UNESCO's point of view, what is the most important point in the convention for safeguarding of intangible cultural heritage?
Oh my goodness, there's a lot of important points for the convention. I think the idea of intergenerational transmission at the community level is probably the core. The communities are at the core of the convention, and that's what makes this an interesting convention, in my opinion. But this heritage we all have, or each community has, should be transmitted for the sake of maintaining this diversity of experiences we've had all around the world, and that this should be maintained and transmitted and shared.
I know you have a global experience of cultural heritage and intangible cultural heritage in the world. You have worked in the Asia-Pacific region, in Africa. You come from Australia.
Yeah.
Europe is probably relatively new to you. What did today's meeting tell you about intangible cultural heritage in Europe?
Well, I found it very interesting because there is such a lot going on, and actually more than I thought. And I thought today that we had very interesting exchanges about the different approaches to inventorying that exists in the different countries. And then also within Europe there is quite a bit of diversity with those countries that have different traditions of folklore studies and so on, and other countries that are looking much more at issues, for instance, of urban intangible cultural heritage. I think the fact of what is very interesting is that there's intangible heritage everywhere, and it's important for everybody. And I took out the experience today that there's a lot more to do here, which is still being done, and it's quite innovative as well in that context.
I see. What do you think that the countries together can do about intangible cultural heritage? Is there room for more cooperation?
Sure, and I think there's room for cooperation, of course, at the technical level. But also for movement of exchanges between communities, direct community exchanges, people sharing their experiences in safeguarding, and also, of course, at the research level, opportunities for collaboration and exchange. So, yeah, I think it was quite promising.